So, Dr. Rafaqat, you asked me about the Muslim countries and where they are at the moment. So, I think if we were to summarize the approach to the Muslim countries, we'd find that many of these countries are in a position where they do not want to commit completely to our brothers and sisters in Gaza in case they find themselves on the wrong side of the West and the wrong side of one another. And let me explain that. Yesterday, there was a meeting, a joint meeting, OIC Arab League meeting in Riyadh. It was convened by Mohammed bin Salman, and the idea was to present a focus or to come to a unified conclusion or resolution on the issues of Palestine and Gaza. And the meeting, typically, as we know from OIC and Arab League meetings at the end, it really came out with a fudge rather than a resolute conclusion. There was a disagreement, and in the dissenting voices were notably the Saudis, UAE, and Bahrain. There was a disagreement on some of the strongest measures that the Muslim governments could use against Israel. And when I mean measures, I don't mean military measures. I mean, it's unforeseeable at this stage for anyone to even contemplate that these governments would go that far. But I mean political and diplomatic measures. You know, in international relations, we know that when governments want to leverage their strength in international relations, they can deploy an array of political and diplomatic measures in order to show the other side, the side they want to corner, the side they want to condemn, to show that side that we are ready to be heard and we are going to support, in this case, our brothers and sisters in Gaza. And so one such measure that was proposed was to close airspace to the Israelis. Another measure that was proposed is the very many army bases, the military bases that exist in the Muslim world. There is a American military base in Turkey. There's an American military base in Saudi Arabia, in Qatar. These American military bases would not be allowed to transfer their military arsenal to Israel through those Muslim countries. So these are quite strong measures. There was a measure which suggested that if things do not change, then we may be, and it was a maybe, so there was a lot of caveats there, but we may use oil as a means to leverage our support for the people of Gaza. So it was a semi-strong statement, better than what we've seen already, better than the very many speeches that we've seen, the empty speeches actually that we've seen. But this was vetoed by Saudi Arabia and UAE.